Hey everybody, it's Suzanne, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about the upcoming workshop that happens on May 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2023 here in Kingsport, Tennessee. And we're going to do two pieces, as we generally always do in my workshops. And the two pieces that we're going to do are the coyote and the jackrabbit. Now, if I can do this. There you go. These are the two pieces that we're going to do. And this workshop is titled Predator and Prey. And what's neat about this is it is basically working off the same exact palette. So you can see the colors are pretty much identical. And this will make the workshop a lot more fun because one, you're not going to be stretching your brain and trying to do so much unique color mixing, and it makes the pieces be very harmonious. So if you want to hang these together or give them as a gift, they will look really nice on the wall together because they're basically the same palette, right? So there you go. This workshop, May 19th, 20th, and 21st, will be here in Kingsport. It's at the Carver's studio, right by the carousel here in Kingsport. And downtown Kingsport's a fun little place. There's a lot of neat hotels, but reasonably priced hotels for you to stay. May in Kingsport is actually quite nice. It might be it'll be warmer. Might be a little rainy, I don't know, but it will still be really, very nice to be here in Kingsport. The Friday, the first day of my workshops, I won't lie, they're very intense. The workshops are intense. We generally start painting about 9ish, and we, get the palettes ready, we start working, and we get into it. And we take a break at lunch, usually around noonish, 12:30 maybe. Take an hour off. There's some places close by where we can all eat together, or y'all can go out on your own. That's up to you. And then we get back and start painting again until about 4:30, 5 o'clock. Now, I throw a lot at you. You will learn everything from establishing a composition. I also talk a little bit about the species that we're painting, the coyote and the jackrabbit. I talk a little bit about just the wildlife and getting the actual impression of the animal, the dynamic poses, making them look like they're running, kicking up dust, all that kind of stuff, adding a lot of dynamics into your painting on this particular workshop. I will go over how to create believable fur. And sometimes when you have a pattern of fur like this, and you can see that it's all salt and peppered in, that can be a challenge. Which color do I put down first? How do I achieve that look? That's all covered in this particular workshop, Predator and Prey. So I hope that you can join me. We also do a live stream during that time, which is nice for folks who you attend the workshop, you get that one-on-one time with me, and I work the room, folks. I will do something and someone has a question, immediately I try to get over to you and help you, bring you up to that same level, so we're all kind of completing our pieces together. Now, oftentimes you might get bogged down in one area. No worries. You can always watch the live stream later and see, oh yeah, I see what she did there. We try to post the live stream not too far from when we did the actual the actual workshop, so you'll be able to go back and tweak your pieces if you want to. So yeah, there's that. My son Matt always helps me with the workshops, and I am so grateful to have this amazing son that is able to keep me coming to you. He will have the camera on my artwork as well as my palette, so you can, if you don't get the best seat in the house, and really there's not too many bad seats, the workshop space is very sunny, very big. You'll be sitting for the workshop, and everybody works off the tabletop easels, and you can watch the screen and see up close. You're always welcome to come, leave your easel and come up and stand and watch me paint or ask questions while I'm working, because we're all working on the same pieces, right? My workshops generally are part demo, part lecture, and a lot of one-on-one time. So you'll see me painting along with you. And as with all my workshops, I always give away my demos. So 2 lucky people will come away with walking away with one of my original pieces. And I do a drawing at the end, and it's fun. It's fun to people. It's exciting because, some people are like, oh, I hope I win. And some are like, I hope I win this one, but I don't want that one. It's funny. I love giving away my pieces. And so I hope that you can join me. Know that if you have any questions about anything, you can always leave it in the comments section. I'll get to you and answer it for you. I am partnering with Engage Kingsport, and Engage Kingsport is part of our cultural arts division here in Kingsport City, and I'm partnering with them. So this is a good thing because Engage Kingsport does a lot for the arts community here in our region. And I want to do that too. So know that part of your monies that you're paying for the workshop will go to Engage Kingsport. Let's see, what else can I tell you? I always just kind of think on the fly and try to think of things to tell you. Again, the workshop is May 19th, 20th, and 21st here in Kingsport, Tennessee. The price for the workshop is $390, and that's for the 3 days, okay? So, and that also, almost as important as everything else about painting, we have a little party on Friday. Friday after we're done, and of course, you will be exhausted because you'll be painting all day, and I'm throwing a lot of information at you. And you'll be surprised if you've not attended a workshop before. You might be surprised at how tired you're going to be. You will go home and probably have some of the, go to your apartment or go to your hotel room and have some of the best sleep you ever had. I know I do. I'm usually wiped out after a day of painting. But we do get together on Friday night, and it's just kind of an opportunity to let your hair down, relax a little bit, get to know a lot of the other attendees and artists that are attending the workshop, and we just kind of chill out. You'll come here to my art studio, and you'll get to see my work, and you'll get to just see where most of my life is spent, right here in the studio space. And I feel like it for me, my art studio is kind of my it's an oasis. It's my happy place, and I like sharing it with you. So that's what we do on Friday night on the first day. So to give you a breakdown on how the workshops generally work, on the first day, introduction, I tell you a little bit about myself. I try to learn y'all's names if I haven't already figured it out. And most of the time, if you sign up for the workshop, then we're right away immediately in connection, we're in contact with each other, in that I give you my email address, and we will be going back and forth sometimes, whether it's through email or text messages. I'll send you the materials list that I have for the workshop. I will also send you the references that we're working from to do these pieces. And we work off of, these are masonite boards. Ampersand is a company that I really do like, and I like their masonite boards, their clay boards. But you can use whatever masonite board you want. I like the slick surface because we get a lot of detail on there. So on the first day, we talk a little bit about the mediums and the substrates that we're working on. We squirt out our palette, and the beautiful thing is, basically, once you squirt out this palette, it's the same palette you're going to use for both pieces. See? Keeping it simple, keeping it fun, keeping it very harmonious. And I'll go over color mixing with you. We'll talk about a little bit of color theory even as we're mixing. You're going to hear a lot of information. I'm going to throw a lot of stuff at you. And we will we'll do the color mixing. So I talk about the substrate, get set up, get to know each other, and we'll dive in. We usually take one piece about as far as we can go. So we may on the first day work on the coyote, And then on the second day, we're using the same palette, so there's not an additional amount of color mixing if you make enough color. We'll start working on the rabbit. And then we bring them both together at the end on the third day. So yeah, this is a lot of fun, and we'll get all the detail in, all that good fun stuff that my work is known for, and it's stuff that I know you guys want. If you seek me out for YouTube videos and for workshops, it's because you know that I'm going to take you there with all the detail, and I'm going to bringing it in close, and you can see just the detail in the fur. That is the stuff that we will do. And also, being that I'm a bit of a stickler on wildlife form, or any form for that matter, and getting accurate shapes and everything in, you know that if you've watched my videos before, my pieces often morph, meaning I might have had the leg a little short, but then I stretch the leg out, or the muzzle gets a little longer, because I'm always changing my shapes. Because we're going to use the, you'll be able to do a transfer. You won't have to waste a lot of time if you're not a good drawer, if you don't draw often enough, and you maybe aren't as confident about your drawing skills. You won't have to worry about it as much, because I am going to provide the reference for you to do your transfer. And since we are working on 9x12s, if you decide to print it off to fill the page kind of thing, you can have your animals right on your substrate, just using graphite. And use graphite, don't use vine, because the vine won't stick, it will smudge. So that's another thing. And I will talk to you about all of this kind of stuff once you sign up for the workshop, and we'll be emailing each other all the time, texting each other, and we'll all be on the same page. So when we start on May the 19th, everybody's going to come in, everybody's going to have their substrates, everybody hopefully will have their transfers on their substrates, so we can just jump in and start painting, and jump in and learn a lot, and jump in and have a lot of fun. So I am looking forward to getting to meet you, and I hope that you can join us for this workshop. Again, the dates are May 19th, 20th, and 21st, 2023, here in Kingsport, Tennessee, and partnering with Engage Kingsport. Now, you can secure your spot through Eventbrite. Eventbrite is going to be, so you can go on to Eventbrite, buy your ticket for the workshop. The price that you will pay is the price that I'm quoting you, $390. There will not be an additional tax to it. And a part of that proceed of the sale of that ticket does go to Engage Kingsport. And but if you're not comfortable with that sort of thing and using Eventbrite, you can mail a check to me directly, and that'll work too. And that's still, that portion will still go to Engage Kingsport. So if you need it for tax information or whatever, I can get that to you later after the workshop. But know that we're planning on having a great time and doing a lot of good painting, and I hope that you plan on joining me. So I just want to throw that at you. So if you're here in the Tri-Cities area, I hope that it's easy enough. You can stay at home and paint. A lot of my in-studio art students do like to join my workshops because it's a great deal. The price, when you think about the hours of the actual workshop and the concentration of the painting time, it is a really awesome deal. And like I said, we all have fun, and everybody's so supportive. I have artists of different levels. I have some people who've never painted before come to me, and they generally are the ones that learn the most, because they didn't have anywhere to go but up, right? And but I have a lot of even professional artists that come, take my workshops, and just hone new skills, or maybe learn something that they never tried before. Oh, I didn't think about using that brush, or that sort of thing. I will, in the materials list, go over a little bit about the brushes that we'll be using, as well as the paints and all that good stuff in the emails that when we start corresponding. So jump on, take advantage of this workshop, and I hope to see you soon. So from Kingsport, Tennessee, I'll see ya. Bye.